Hello everyone and welcome back to Greater Persia. So we did just incorporate the Saudi Arabian territory into our own. They're all good Persians now. And we shall take a look at what we do next. So Yemen has, well, no military power to speak of. Also no economic power. Same with Oman. Don't want to attack the UK just yet. Afghanistan would be the most juicy target. Yeah, I think we'll just justify on all of them. So take Yemen, take the Oman. And one of the states in Afghanistan. Then we'll divide our armies a little bit here. So it says they have, what, 2 brigades each. A front line of 3 here, so let's say we take 6 units. No, that's 8. 5 and 6. Stick you in an army. Stick you in a front line there, and formulate a plan to advance all the way through that. I'm gonna call you Yemen. You apparently need a bit of influence here. Recruiting a new commander. Don't really mind. So you are now Esmail Rokni. Looks quite dashing, the fellow, so he will probably be a good fit to bring our army into there. Now that's 8. No, that's 6, I mean. And your man has quite a larger front line, so let's maybe say we make it maybe 8. Yeah, we'll make it 8 on this borderline. And you will go take all of this for the Greater Persian Empire. Your name will be Oman. I don't think we need to wait for a couple of days for doing that. And now you are no longer the army that is at the Iraqi border, but at the Afghani border. And in accordance with that, we can also take the readily trained soldiers from that army and put them in with their brothers and sisters in the east. Right, other than that, I think we'll put our training grounds onto Tehran, so that we actually defend our capital for a little bit. Alright, there we go. Let's just keep the clock ticking. There's really no reason to stay in the paused mode here. So it says they don't know how to get to wherever they want to go. But I think that's just because they still have movement orders. Yeah, there we go. Now we're suffering a bit of attrition here in the desert, but that's really nothing we can do anything about. Alright, look at that. The 2-stream land of Mesopotamia. All ours, as it should be. Now, advanced machine tools are done. Also, some encryption got done. I think we'll just go with whatever we can grab there. I don't really want to go too far ahead of time. I think it would be a waste. We will get fighter tech before too long, so I think we'll just catch up a little on artillery tech, since there won't be any focus related bonuses to that. Right, when can we expect the 31st of January 1940 for all of them? Well, let's hope the world tension doesn't... Oh yeah, the Germans are already working on Danzig. So I think we'll be seeing World War in the next couple of months here, quite historically. Right, so that's our initial focus. Mm. So I think if it comes to World War, I want to join the Axis. Or do I? I mean, there's... I really can't think of another country with 50 plus factories, excuse me, that I could ally myself with to get the technology sharing. What I'm trying to get at here is that it would probably be a good idea to work in that direction. Also, nuclear tech is something we want to be doing at the very least for atomic research. Is that nuclear tech though? I think it is. I mean, it says atomic research, but that's what it is about. So let's work on that nuclear effort. And now we also have a lot of tech bonus for... yeah, there we go. War on Poland, and that sparked all of the world tension. Oh, that's quite interesting. So the Allies haven't joined the war yet, and there Poland joined the Allies. And now Germany's at war with the world, or at least most of Europe. And Italy's in there too, so we'll probably be seeing quite a bit of fighting there. They seem to be doing not so hot actually on the western border there. Oh no, that wasn't even their territory. They made advances there, which is quite uncharacteristic because the what's it called, the Maginot Line or something to that effect. Usually it really protects the French very, very well there. Well, apparently it didn't. So that's going to be the European theater. Nothing of our concern for the immediate future, but we'll definitely be taking a couple bites out of that British Raj before too long. Now, I think the fact alone that we kind of want to tack onto this war yeah, I think that already tells me that we should probably join the Axis from a logical, strategical standpoint. Also, why? There we go. So yeah, we're gonna be most likely tacking onto this war before too long. The Polish won't stand a chance with their not so modern technology and without the help of the Soviets at their back. The Soviets aren't fighting with them, mind you, but that was the deal of that Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Alright, but our immediate concern will be those war justifications, the 31st of January. It's not too far off, but it's also not too close by, so let's up the tempo there. Now the Western Front should quite historically hold for quite a while for the French, until the German military makes its way through the Netherlands and through Belgium. So there it is. After only 3 years, the Civil War is over. Right, so there we have two things now in the news. The end of the Spanish Civil War, of course. With the surrender of the last nationalist forces, the Spanish Civil War has come to an end. The Republicans have emerged victorious, and a new era has begun for Spain. The war-torn country has suffered greatly in the fighting, and there is much rebuilding to be done. So we do now have José Díaz on the chair, on the throne. And well, I thought there was some sort of national rebuilding modifier, but maybe only nationalists get that. And then also we have the fall of Warsaw here. German forces advancing in Poland have succeeded in capturing Warsaw. Sporadic fighting continues in Praga and a few other districts, but organized resistance in the city seems to have ceased. The Polish government reportedly evacuated the city as the first German units entered Warsaw's suburbs, and their present location is unknown. Fighting against the German invaders continues in other parts of the country, but the loss of the capital is a serious blow to the Polish war effort. And quite correctly, Poland didn't stand a chance in this. Alright, there we are. There we are. These enclaves are just gonna be mopped up. And that would be that. Now I think we still can do a little bit of civilian production here, just so that we also have more factories to trade with. And there we go, that's the end of Poland, because they have capitulated. The Polish government has gone into exile, and their main forces have capitulated to the German Reich, who is now in control of their home area. The struggles between the Germans and Poland was only a small part of the conflict. The war between the Axis and what remains of the Allies continues elsewhere. So yeah, all this territory that was formerly Poland is now still formally it is still part of Poland, and it's supposed to say that here somewhere. Maybe it's in the unrest thingy, if I can find it. I don't suppose you can see that for other... Yeah, there we go. So for this state it says that the Germans control this location, but the location is originally owned by Poland. And what this now means is that, yeah, down here, the resistance will grow because there's Warsaw here, which is worth 20 victory points. It will grow by 2% per day. And then you need to keep divisions that have a suppression value in that state to keep that down. Otherwise, there will be partisans and resistance there who will, well, essentially just wreak havoc to the state. They'll try to do anything to sabotage your war effort, which will be sabotaging infrastructure, your factories, and then you have to spend time repairing all these, all the while they still run rampant. So the thing you will want to do is put some police battalions there, preferably with military police support and cavalry battalions to just counteract that. One thing we will want here is another general. That's Hassan Shirazi. Welcome to the army, because you're in it now. Alright, but other than that, we can just keep on going on. Now, there's no reason to join the Axis before we are at 50 factories and ready to strike the British Raj. Alright, there we are. That's Fighters 1. I think we want to do Fighters 2 before too long. But we have pretty much everything we need in that respect. Yeah, I think it's time to continue down the doctrine path here. Or is there... No, of course we want... Yeah, we want to do infantry equipment. It is of paramount importance. Alright, and now we also want to upgrade you to Fighter 1. We could also do a little variant here, which is essentially using our air experience here to create a variant on this Fighter 1. And I think what I want is, I want it to have more agility. And that's it. That's all we can do with 25. Alright, and now what? I think we can cut back on those a little bit, and yeah, just keep on going that way. We also have more than enough infantry equipment, so I think I'm gonna cut back heavily on that end, which will now mean we have a surplus of steel. And we need aluminium. Although, hold on. If we have... Let's do it this way. Let's do that. And now we have a deficit of 1. Deficit of 1 aluminium. And we'll take one of these factories out, stick it back onto infantry equipment, and we'll be out on the other end with 1 additional civilian factory. Alright, and now in accordance with the pact that the Germans and the Russians signed, the USSR occupies eastern Poland. Soviet troops have occupied eastern Poland officially for the purpose of protecting Belarusian and Ukrainian minorities from the chaos that followed the collapse of the Polish government. German forces have withdrawn from these areas in good order, resulting in Poland's effective partitioning between the two powers. A likely story. Very much so. Right, there we are. That's our nuclear effort. And I think since we're drawing close to 50 factories, I will work my way down towards technology sharing. So that we can take the bonuses whenever we are ready. So now Netherlands and Belgium joined the Axis, which kind of tells me that... Oh, the Germans did declare war, yet they're still working on the focus that allows them to declare war on them. So I suppose they were just fabricating claims independent of that. But yeah, they want to do the strategically right thing and go around the Maginot Line to invade France from the north, where there isn't so many forts. As you can see here, that's forts level 0, level 0, level 0, and here it starts with 10, 10, and 10. Yeah. Alright, more government modifications can be done. There's not much that I want from this. I think we could up our conscription policy, but there's really no need to. Chief of Air Force. More air support would be nice. But I think, yeah, we'll fill up these 2 slots first. Well, maybe not the ships, but tanks for sure, so that we can start researching some. We really need to get the research slots going. It is imperative, as they say. Right, now Belgium has capitulated. It's not really a big surprise. The Netherlands will do the same before too long. And now the north of France is rapidly collapsing, and as soon as Paris is taken, I think there's 2 likely scenarios. Either they will capitulate and put up their little, I don't know what it's called, the nationalist Spain in the south, or they'll just say, no, we won't do that, and then all of it will go to Germany. Right, that's still our thingy there. Right, so we did put up more artillery tech. Ah, there's so much to do here. So much to do. But we're almost in 1940. So we'll want to hold on to that slot and do the improved computing machine as quickly as possible. Yeah, it's just a lot of events having to do with that. Once again, we'll be there on the end of January. So 1940 will apparently be quite the eventful year for the Persians. There's also quite a bit of movement going on in the Africas. Right, there we go. It's only 75 days to get that tech. And there go the Netherlands. Dutch government's gone into exile, and now all of this on the English channel belongs to the Germans as well. Right, so far so good. Where are we with relation to all of this? Yeah, I think we can also go for the fighter number 2. We have the bonus, at any rate. And having said that, it was probably a mistake to go for the upgraded Fighter 1. But well. Alright, now there are apparently Japanese diplomats in Berlin. A new partnership is developing between Tokyo and Berlin. Negotiations have begun for a pact between the two states, citing both strategic interests and shared values. While it remains to be seen what, if anything, comes from these negotiations, the prospect of a friendship between some of the strongest military forces on Earth, on each hemisphere, is cause to worry for their many enemies. It might be best if nothing came of this, but I think we're in the right boat here. Still another national focus. What did we even get with the last one? I didn't check. Ah, so that's division training time. That's not too shabby. And we'll also get some improved performance, essentially, for our army on core territory, just to say our own territory. And we can allow kamikaze strikes. Suicide attacks against enemy ships. I don't think we'll do that. We won't be sending good Persian men to die just so they can blow up some ships. We can do without these tactics, I think. But we will do with them, or without them, rather, in the next episode. So until then, and as always, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've been Discrimed, and I shall see you soon.